Hi guys, I'm welcome to Prediction Week 20, and we start with the lunchtime kickoff tomorrow, which is 12:30, Brighton versus Bournemouth. And obviously, you know, Bournemouth getting a result against Arsenal. They had patches where they were the better side, but I thought actually for the majority of that game, I actually thought that Arsenal were in control. So I think it was the better point for Bournemouth actually, more than anything. And I'm going to go for a draw again for Bournemouth in this game. I think it's kind of a different kind of approach. Obviously, Brighton just losing to Tottenham as well. So it's going to be a different kind of approach for both sides. So I'm going to go Brighton 1, Bournemouth 1. On to the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We have Southampton versus Crystal Palace. Obviously, Southampton as well. Just winning in the week against Chelsea, was it? They beat Chelsea. And I can't remember who Crystal Palace played. But again, don't want Southampton to be, get too excited over that result. So again, I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go Southampton 1, Crystal Palace 1. We then have Newcastle versus Everton. Obviously, Newcastle taking the lead against Manchester United, but got battered 4-1 in the end. Just different class, and that's what Manchester United can do. When they come together and play as a team, they just don't do it enough. But they can punish you like that. They've got some really, really good players, Manchester United, same as Arsenal, but they just don't show it half the time. So again, I think Newcastle want to, keep it tight and try and get back to I'm going to put them down as a draw, but obviously I think that, as I say, they want to keep it tight. So I'm going to go Newcastle 1, Everton 1. We then have Watford versus Aston Villa. Obviously, Watford's turned a bit of a corner recently. I think they won in the week, and they beat Manchester United last week. Bit of a tricky fixture against Aston Villa, but it is at Watford. So I'm going to give the result to Watford. I'm going to go Watford 2, Aston Villa 1. At 5:30, the first 5:30, we have Norwich versus Tottenham. Again, it depends what kind of Norwich turn up. I think they will make it slightly difficult for Tottenham, but I think that Tottenham will win this one. So I'm going to go Norwich 1, Tottenham 2. The other 5:30 kickoff is West Ham versus Leicester. I know that Leicester's dipped in form a little bit, obviously getting battered to Liverpool, and I've got battered to Manchester City. I think it was just last week. So this might be a bit of an easier fixture. I know they're away, but I think it might be a bit of an easier fixture compared to the two teams that they've just faced, which is against West Ham. So I'm going to give a come to win to Leicester. I think they want to make a statement that, okay, that can happen to us against the top two, but other than that, we're the next best thing in this Premier League. So I'm going to go West Ham 1, Leicester 3. At 7:45, we have Burnley versus Manchester United, and I'm going to put my faith in Manchester United. That they're going to continue this winning form what they just did against Newcastle, that they all come together and class comes into play. So I'm going to go Burnley 0, Manchester United 2. On to Sunday's fixtures. At 2 o'clock we have Arsenal versus Chelsea. I suppose I did tweet. I tweeted after the game. I wasn't happy at half time. I had a bit of a rant on Twitter at half time because I really wasn't happy. We had loads of chances and we found ourselves 1-0 down. With the two world-class strikers we've got in Lacazette and Aubameyang, some of the chances that fell to them, they're going to be putting that away, and it just cost us, and it just really, really put me in a bad mood. In the second half, again, I thought we were the better side. Obviously, we did pull it back, 1-1 in the end. Not good enough, really. But I did say in a tweet, says if you want to look at it, if you want to count Everton, we are unbeaten under Arteta. You can see that we've been better in the last 2 games since Arteta's been there. I thought that we were very good and very in control against Everton. And I thought that we had majority about 70-80 minutes against Bournemouth, in my opinion anyway. So we go on to Chelsea, again, who's dipped a little bit. Obviously they beat Tottenham last week. But then lost to Southampton at home. I think they're actually struggling more at home than they are away. But it is Arteta's first game at the Emirates as Arsenal manager. It's going to be a nice welcome back for him. So I'm going to go for Arsenal to nick it and go for the good old 1-0 to the Arsenal. So I'm going to go, Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. At 4:30, we have Liverpool versus Wolves. Again, I know that Wolves have a little bit of a go but it is at Anfield, and I've already said that Liverpool are the champions in my opinion, so no problem for Liverpool. I'm going to Liverpool 3, Wolves 1. And at 6 o'clock, we have Manchester City versus Sheffield United. Again, I think Sheffield United might have a couple of questions, but I think that Manchester City will see it through. So I'm going to go Manchester City 2, Sheffield United 1. So that has been my predictions for this weekend, guys, and I will see you on Monday or Tuesday for the New Year's Day fixtures. Thank you for watching, guys.